So much. A recent report shows that for the 6th year in a row, we've had a record number of organs donated here in the United States.
Yeah, what's driving those numbers might surprise you. Here is medical reporter Liz Bonas to share details. I'm very curious, Liz.
This is really interesting. Several things likely driving these numbers: a new category of organs used from those who die of overdose deaths, as well as greater awareness of the need, and wonderful families willing to donate. Today we hear more from a family in Independence that knows how important it is to consider every possible organ for use. Little baby James just celebrated his first birthday. His parents say it's all due to a wonderful family that chose to give him a donated heart, which he needed from birth.
Here he is 1 year later and thriving.
For 6 years running, we've seen record organs donated in the U.S. That's according to UNIS, the United Network for Organ Sharing. The problem?
For every person that gets transplanted, there's 20, 30 plus individuals who are on the transplant waiting list who die.
Dr. Clifford Chin is the medical director of the heart transplant program at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. We spoke to him as we were preparing for our Sunday morning What's Happening in Health show. He says thanks to families such as the Bakers, awareness is up for organ donation and the need for it. But the numbers are also up because families who are losing loved ones to opioid overdoses are also choosing to donate that loved one's organs.
As long as the heart is functioning well and there are no extreme risk factors involved, we can use those.
But the logical question then comes up, I've been doing heroin for a while, how could that possibly be a healthy organ?
Good question. Again, we can use ultrasound, for example, to see how well the heart's squeezing. And in certain cases where drugs are used, maybe it would damage the heart, and you would know that, or at least you would have a hint of that. As for some of the other risks that might go along with a drug habit, there are blood tests that we can do to see if they are carrying certain viruses.
So from one family to those who selflessly say yes, a thank you today for doing one of the best things possible at one of the worst times of your life.
Every life can be used to save another, regardless of what their past is, as long as their organ that is being considered for donation seems healthy.
That's fascinating.
It really is interesting. Sweet baby James there, that little baby, he would have been too young, so he would not have had a high-risk donor in all likelihood. But families given this option are also informed of the risks. And if you're going to lose a loved one and they're, maybe days away from dying, and that may be your option, you always weigh benefit versus risk. The two most important things we always tell people about organ donation: sign the back of your license and tell your family your wishes. They will never go against your family's wishes. So even if you know you want to be a donor, but you didn't tell Tim, it's very hard for them to say yes, because Tim's going to have to make the decision. Tim's going to have to say yes, go ahead. Likely you're not going to be able to do that. Even in writing, keep in mind the family members are there and they're present. They're the ones making this decision. Tell them what you wish. Yeah, it is really interesting. We're going to continue to explore it. We're back at 5:30 talking about new ways to throw away your prescription drugs at home that you don't use safely. All right.
All right, thanks, Liz.